Salute everybody. Welcome to Switching Lanes with Miss Parker. Miss Parker. Hope all is well with each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all so much for rocking out with me. I hope everybody's having a blessed Thursday. I am. I've been putting in orders. So let me see if Thankful's in here yet. Thankful sister, really quick. Tell me what color t-shirt you wanted. I didn't put your order in yet because it'll go out next week though, but I didn't put it in because I didn't know which color that you wanted to order. But let me know which color you wanted to order. But look, you guys, I found me some Miss earrings, Miss, and I was like, oh, they cute. They go on my little bitch gone on hoodie. So yeah, and this is what the hoodie looks like, guys. It is super comfy. I'm up here super comfortable, but yeah, gone on, bitch, gone on. I'm waiting on the rest of my merch. Let me see what this is. Hold on, y'all. I don't understand it. I just okay. So Thankful sister, let me know the colors you want. I got I'm just waiting on you for that. Hey Jennifer, salute, welcome. Miss Minnie, my sister. Josh became a new member. Jessica Lee became a member. Latria became a member. Swamp became a member. I'm way too early. LOL, I'll be back. Latanya, Swamp became a member. Hey Latanya, what it do, Kristen? Sister Aunt Natty. Hey Foxy, what it do? Hey Grisky, picture is beautiful. Yeah, it is. It's a cute picture. What up, Nikki Ben? Salute. Hey Tracy, what up, sisters and riders? Hey Top Flight Sis. Hey Pam, y'all. What it do? Thankful. My sister, don't forget. Let me know what color you want, sister. Let me know to join. Okay. So that's how y'all join the membership for anybody to ask. Alicia's going on there and dropping it now and stuff like that. So I appreciate that, Alicia. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Hey, Precious, man, just enough time to get my snacks sit down. Yeah, y'all already know I'm good tonight. Look, I got the cherry and blue raspberry. I had the apple and watermelon, but yeah. Hey, Olivia, what it do? What it do, Jordan? What it do, sister? Do Jamie? Miss Five, salute. And I did send yours off. Yours is sent off, your order, and there was a small jacket and a small shirt, correct? Just want to make sure. And make sure y'all put it in correctly. If you want large, you want small, because there's no turning back once it's in. But I'm just now doing yours. It'll be on the next order, but I got time to. But you did say small, correct? Hey, Virtuous. Lizzie, my baby. Leisha, my sister. All right, Top Flight. Just get yourself together, sister. Just get yourself together and come back when you're 100%. Yeah, get yourself together. Come back when you're 100%. We'll be here. We ain't going nowhere. We'll be right here. Miss B, what it do? Jordan, what it do? She says shocking, pink, and thank you. Okay. Let me write that down real quick. You want I'm saying pink shirt, or you want a white with pink lettering? Just making sure I got it right. Just making sure, that's all, making sure. Hey, Kimberly, what it do? Janet J, what it do? She sound jelly. Yolanda, what it do? What it do, Portia, my sister? Oh, you like it? Yeah, I like it. I love it. I love my earrings. I was like, what that say, Miss? Oh, I need those. I need those. Hey, Angelique, something sweet. What it do? Your earrings are it is. Pam, like when I seen them today or whatever, I was just like, man, these are super cute. I need these to go with my hoodie. She said, I just got my pad and pen for notes. Hey, Nisha. What it do, Juanita? What it do? What it do, Gwen? She said justice for our babies. Alma, sister. Yes, love the hoodie merch, sis. Can't wait to order mine, okay? Hey, Soul, what it do? Courtney said, Miss Parking Group, hope y'all get to enjoy this work nights. Okay, I'll see you later on, Courtney, if you ain't gonna be around. Capricorn, what it do? Hey, Barbie, what it do? Hey, Princess Black, what it do? Hold on, y'all. Look, Miss Parker, how my account is set up. How much for a keychain? I know you lying to me. I gotta see when we're gonna do keychains. I know we. Juanita, you gotta let me know because hats are in. Hey Nick. Hey Nick, what it do? Hey Bonnie Queen. Hey Yaya. Welcome. Queen Gigi. And Yaya, thank you for the membership, love. Thank you. You purchased the membership, but I didn't see you. But thank you. Queen Gigi. Okay. Alicia. Avis. Hey Avis, welcome. Thank you, Avis. Hey Timmy C. What it do? Let me get through these comments, chat. So I talked to Tiara today for a couple of hours. Talked to a couple for a couple of hours. She just woke up. She's trying to get herself together. White with pink letters. Okay. And you just want going on, right? Just real quick, going on. Not the bitch going on, just the going on. Hey, Kenya, what it do, my booski? Kenya, you know I was rushing and shit. Hey, Cottrell, you're so beautiful and anointed. God bless you. Thank you, Cottrell. Thank you. She said, I'm not a pink person, but pink be popping on you, sis. I love it. You think so, sister? I'm ready to rock that red. You hear me? Hey, light them up. Hey. All right. So I talked to Tiara today. Hey, Yancy. That's cute. Thank you, Yancy. I appreciate that. Back in more fabulous letter merch. Thank you, CH. Thank you. I can't wait for everybody to get theirs. Self-made. What it do, sister? What it do, Risha, sister? What it do? Riasha. I'm trying. What it do, low keys? Hey, love. Okay, I got Rishi and Riasha. Okay. Looking good, letter hoodie. Thank you, love. Thank you. Hey, Royal, what it do? Trishana. Welcome, Trishana. Welcome. I'm gonna make sure I get it right. Hey, Connie. Finally caught a live. Okay, we'll get that soon. Nobi, my love. Have you seen this podcast? Thank you, sister. Nobi, my love. And Nobi, I still didn't see your email. I don't know what's going on. She said, if I missed anyone, hello. So, talked to Kimani's mother today. And she was here last night with Stormy. Hey, Gail Powers. Hey, Kaya. Let me send this. Let me see if I still got the link. I can copy it from here. Let me see if she liked it. So it takes all that. Hey, Angie. What it do? Hey, Naya. What it do? Sorry, y'all. Sorry. She said yes. Okay. Just gone on. Okay. Thank you so much. Sorry, y'all. You know they say I take forever. She said, I love you in pink. Yes. Okay, sister. Hey, T Lady. Welcome. Welcome. Let me get through these because I don't know. Okay, so, hey, Big J. Good to be here, Miss Parker. Good to have you, love. Good to have you. A Princess Warrior. Hey, happy to jump on another live. Happy to have you. Hey, Red, what it do? So, Tiara reached out to me, gave me a number after Stormy was here. Okay, Novi Boo. Okay, thank you, love. Because I really want to talk to you, whether it's email or not. Hey, Monica, what it do? How you doing today? Um, okay, Olivia, I'll look at it. I gotta go through them, girl. Hey, Tracy Yon, welcome. What up, Candy? I was trying to fix a plate. Go ahead and do your thing, sister. Do your thing. So, Stormy came on and she was telling us how, hey Chandra, um, I'm his wife 11. What did you? She was telling us about how she used to have to feed okay, Monica, thank you. Hey sister, what it do? And praying for all my sisters that's not feeling well, that's in the hospital, got a lot of stuff going on. If life is just life in prayer, see, did I hear that right, sis? We can get the hoodie with just gone on. Yeah, you don't have to get the bitch gone on. These are my feelings. Keisha got one and Keisha got hers that say devil gone on. On her, she's got lavender coming. Shannon, Grand Dummy, Roxy, Marquita, gone on, gone on. Colette, welcome. Diamond, what up, sister Tanika? What it do? Adjusting my sister. So, as I talk to her, dang, and you and Mocha Live at the same time. Dang, Mocha Live. Thank you, sister. Thank you. So, I talked to her and okay, though. Thanks, sister. Yeah, you can get going on it. Hey, Juanita. Her in the Cloud Sisters, right? Yeah. So you can just get going on y'all merch. Just know that going on can just be on y'all merch or whatever and things like that. So you don't have to really worry about it or whatever. So anyway, talk to Tiara. Yes, well, last night she wanted the girl's number, so I let her have that number and some more stuff, And as we got to talking a little bit or whatever, as we got to talking, because I'm not gonna keep you out here long, because she's supposed to come over. She's supposed to come up. She says she's not feeling good, but I do want to go over a couple of things with y'all or whatever that we did talk about real quick. She clarified a lot, which we knew. Some knew, some didn't. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to make sure we all on the same page. What up, Lolita? So she was saying that Monique Taylor, the godmama of Tiara, and that's the godmama, Monique Taylor, that she placed Kimani on Dorothy's porch, on dumb Dorothy's porch, when she was, that when she told the social workers that she no longer lives there, she doesn't want her there. Hey, Latigue, that she no longer wants her there. She said that Monique dropped off on the porch with all her stuff and was like, hey, this is just what it is. But Monique Taylor definitely also collected things, was still collecting funding and stuff for Kimani. She was still collecting things. She wanted her social security number. Dorothy couldn't take her to the doctors and stuff because of the fact that I missed the price for merchandise. The hoodies are $65 and the shirts are $45. But if you get a 1X and up, it's $5 extra. And if you get them custom made, like say I want Miss Parker on the back of this, Miss Parker, it's $10 extra or whatever. So yeah, customized and stuff like that. Because a lot of people are getting different stuff. But yeah. Let me see if I can call her real quick because she can do it from the phone. Let her know she can do it from the phone. Because she wasn't feeling too good today, and it's understandable. Hey, can we just talk while you on the phone, Tiara?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so I was telling the chat about Monique Taylor, right? The godmother, your godmother, and how she had Dorothy became able to get
Kimani's
Kimani.
card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you break that down for us real quick? Just that real quick.
So according to my mom, as I told you before, Monique had dropped Kimani and all her stuff off on my mom's porch. This is according to Dorothy. This is not my story. I don't know. I wasn't there because I didn't even know that Dorothy had my daughter until right before her 11th birthday. But according to Dorothy, um, Monique had dropped Kimani off on her porch with all her stuff, minus her birth certificate, her social, her medical card, that stuff, because Monique still wanted to be in charge of, um, you know, I mean, Monique was getting some type of benefits. I'm not exactly sure what. I know she was supposed to be getting kinship care, which is like child support from the government. But she was supposed to be getting that, and according to my mom, she's in like $17,000 worth of debt to the government for all the years that my mom had her, and
Wow.
she didn't let them know.
Oh, so they did get. So they are gonna get Monique for all the time that Dorothy had Kimani.
Yeah, because she wasn't in her care, so that's fraud.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Um, but yeah, according to my mom, because according to her, she said she done had her since she was like 6 or 7 years old. Um, and that Monique had just dropped my baby off on her porch with all of her stuff like she was a dog.
Mm.
That's what she told me.
Mm.
But she didn't tell me that until, like I said again, I didn't know that she had her until shortly before her 11th birthday. She told me all of this after her 11th birthday.
Mm. Yeah, you did, Latif. So then, kind of just getting to you really quick. So you got taken away from Dorothy. We kind of talked about that. And how old was you when you got taken away from Dorothy?
I was 2 years and 2 months old, but all of me and my sisters, from my understanding, were taken. Um, from what my granny had told me at one point, my littlest brother, Jarvis, was supposed to have been taken too, but my mama sent him to Arizona with my grandma.
Mm. So Jarvez is in Arizona. Have you seen him?
No, he done came back up here. He came back up here when I was 19. I think he was like 10 or 11.
Mhm.
But he came back up here then, and he been up here since. Um, but yeah, according to my grandma, he was supposed to have been in foster care too, and my mama sent him down there so he ended up in the system.
Oh, so she sent him down there so he wouldn't be in the system. Yeah, Riasha, that's what
Mm-hmm.
happened. She said so she was getting relative care funds, which the mom would have to pay back. Yeah, Riasha. Hey, Turquoise. And so, kind of getting to what was you taking for? You know, me and you talked about it. So, what was the original findings of you being taken at that time?
So, well, I can tell you what was in my case file
Yeah,
versus what was in the initial call.
yeah,
In my
go.
case file, it said that when they took me, they had gotten a report, and their findings upon taking me was that I had been beaten, bloodied, and bruised. That's in my case file.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but according to um, the report, my aunt had called. My aunt had called and made a report and said that my mom's then boyfriend, Lavelle, and if I'm not mistaken, he's supposed to be Shanika and Latrell's father. I'm not 100% on that, but that's what I was told. Um, he was supposed to have been molesting my aunt, um, my uncle, and me, and that was in the call. That was the initial call that even alerted them to anything that was going on in the house.
Yeah, so you was being beaten and you was being touched by your mom's then boyfriend. That is
That's what was said. That's what was said in the initial case, in the initial filing of the case. Yeah.
and that is supposed to be Sanika's and the youngest brother, their father.
No, Latrell is my the oldest
Okay.
brother, but he's my little brother. I'm the older
Yeah.
of all of us.
Okay. Okay. And where is he at now? Where's this man at now? Who does this man?
Hold on, I'm sorry. What were you
Okay.
saying?
Where's this man at now that touched you inappropriately?
Um, from my understanding, he's been married to my grandma for a couple years now.
Okay. So your Dorothy's baby
It's
daddy.
been over. It's been over 15 years, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So Dorothy's baby daddy is now with your grandmother.
Hmm.
Wow. So when you told me about that, just so the crowd knows, her mother's baby father is with her mother now. Been married for 2 years, and
No, over 15.
over 15 years. My bad. They've been married over 15 years, and after talking to you about that earlier, Tiara, I was like, maybe that's why she was so aggressive with Kimani because she blames you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Turk did it. She blames you for you know what I'm saying, with you being touched by him and him, fleeting and stuff like that. She blamed and she wasn't able to put it on you anymore, so she took it out on Kimani as well because she had her. You get what I'm saying?
But I mean, that don't really make sense to me because even when I was around her, she was always not great. She's never really been mother material from jump. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I don't know, but I don't know. That doesn't really make sense to me
Yeah.
because my mom is the same person that like
How much
when I
longer?
came home, I was 19. She was like introducing me to her ex boyfriends and stuff. And I don't know if she was trying to put me on with them or what, but I know at one point she had introduced me to some ex boyfriend of hers named TK or something like that. And I was like, Ma, he not cute. I don't want to fuck with him. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Wow.
I was like, that's your ex boyfriend. And she was like, girl, you better fuck on him. He got money. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
And right there, that's crazy. I would never turn my daughters on to nobody I've ever been with. You get what I'm saying? In the age gap, first of all, but second of all, you know what I'm saying?
The
It's
whole
just
situation was weird to me, anyways, because for niggas to be lined up at my mama's door trying to talk to her daughter, who just so happens to get mistaken for her mother on a regular basis by family members. Like I remember a couple. Shit, this was like when I was like 19, 20, 21, around that age, up until I was like 24. Um, we had them different platforms like Tagged, Moco Space,
yeah,
Badu, all that stuff. And I had made profiles like just trying to like make new friends and see what there was to see because I grew up sheltered. Um, but I made me a profile and motherfuckers was sending it to my mom like, okay, Dorothy, I see you trying to get back out there, do your big one. Um, so for you to be trying to put your exes on with your daughter who's almost spitting image of you is weird to me because like I'm pretty sure in their head that they was lined up looking for me. They was like, "Oh, this is my second chance at love. This is my second chance at with Dorothy Jr." Like that's weird.
yeah.
I don't get that. I don't understand that. That's
Mm, mm. So, what was Dorothy's relationship like? Was like with your father? Or do you even remember that?
no, I have no idea. But my mom and my dad they don't talk at all.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do, it's only because they done bumped into each other when they was out and about. And he like when was the last time you talked to my daughter? She like, when was the last time you talked to her?
Wow.
Either that or them having some type of discussion about the babies, my kids.
Mm.
Yes, they are, baby.
I just can't, it's hard, for her to try to make you be with it's distasteful. And I'm sorry that you really had to go through that, Tiara, for real. You know, it's always when you think you really just don't know what somebody has gone through or going through as
I mean,
far.
and you'll never know. Like at the end of, you never know what a person has gone through or what they faced just by looking at them. Unless they look like what they've been through, you will never know. And even then, you still don't know. I'm an open book. I'm an open person. I tell people all the time, if you want to know about me, ask me.
Mm-hmm.
I live in my authenticity. I don't have an issue sharing who I am with people because at the end of the day, yeah, I've been through some rough shit, but I've made it out on the other side. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I use my story as my testimony.
Yeah.
That's how I help you. That's how I help other people get through their mess.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Because there's always somebody that's doing way worse than you.
Hmm. And that's the truth. So let's get to Sanika, the sister. So I read some horrible text, and you kind of got some text too sent to you, and it goes back to your sister for her being the neat person that was knowing more than what she put on to the news people. Correct?
Yeah, the nicotine is definitely my sister. Somebody was sending me messages, I guess screenshots from that post or whatever, where she was arguing with the peso girl or whatever. And they was talking about the stuff with Oscar and Brandon or whoever it was.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they were sending me that, and then as I told you earlier, I got into an argument with Sanika. She was talking about I told everybody that her son was touching my daughter. I did not say that. What I do know is that my little cousins came and told me that my daughter told them that her son was touching on her, but my baby never told me that. So I can't speak on that.
So they did say that you did get somebody saying that her son was touching on baby girl, but you didn't say that because I went back and listened to the live you did with the black CEO, and I never heard anything from you saying that her son ever touched your daughter. So to me, it's like almost like, is it guilt, Tiara? You think it's guilt of that happened, that could have happened?
I mean, it would have to be because why else are you attacking me and making posts talking about they gonna call you Pistol Pete for nothing shortly before we have this conversation? Like I never said nothing about your son. I don't have no reason to say nothing about your son. Last I knew, you know what I'm saying, he was doing everything he was supposed to do as a big cousin. I don't know nothing about your son for real.
Yeah.
But from everything you've told me, from everything my mama told me, he's been, a proper big cousin. He's been standing up for her, you know what I'm saying, protecting her, all of that. I don't know nothing about that. So for me to fix my mouth and say that he touched on her, I can't. I can't say that. I kept open lines of communication with my baby. If my baby wanted to tell me something, she could have. I feel like a lot of things were not discussed with me because she was afraid that somehow they would find out. But at the end of the day, my baby never told me that. If she would have told me that, I would have said it, period, point blank. This is what happened. This is what my baby said. I'm going to believe my baby.
Yeah. Why do you think Kimani was scared to talk to you about some of the things that we heard that's been going on?
I don't know. I think, like I said, I think because I always kept open lines of communication with her. I always made sure she
I
had
got you.
my phone number and stuff like that. She always had ways to communicate with me. Even if it wasn't even if it wasn't directly on my phone. You know what I'm saying? She had my Snapchat. She knows my Facebook. She knows my TikTok, all that good stuff. There were plenty of ways for her to get in touch with me. But I think it was the fact because I remember um, Dorothy and Sanika kept trying to make it this thing like, oh yeah, Kimani said, oh, I just want to be with my granny and my auntie because they the only ones that love me. Baby, you know that's a lie. And I know that's a lie. My daughter would have never said no shit like that. Because my daughter knows the love that I have for her. Not only that, but y'all can't tell me that that's factual. And Kimani going to school and talking to her friends, talking about them. All I want to do is go back home with my mama.
So, where was you at between the time that the baby, Monique took Kimani back to your mother, like gave her back? What where was you like? Where was you at during that time?
So I had moved down here to Cleveland. Um, Let me see, 2000, June 6th of 2013, because I had lost my job, and because I lost my job, I had lost my place, and I had tried to go stay with my mom, and she turned me away. I don't know if she had her little boyfriend at that time or whatever, but she turned me away.
Mm.
And I went to go stay with my dad's best friend, and then he ended up getting killed by his girlfriend. And I tried to go, talk to my mom again, and again, she turned me away. So
Mm.
I was literally bouncing from place to place with friends, trying to, figure out what my next move was. And I had already lived out here in Cleveland before. And I'm like, you know what? When I was out there in Cleveland, I was good. I didn't have to worry about nothing. I'm going to just go back out there and, get myself together. So June 6th of 2013 is when I came out here and I started rebuilding my life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Again, I didn't know that she had my daughter. That was not told to me, not by her or by Monique. I still thought Monique had her the entire time.
Wow.
So I'm steady blowing up Monique's phone, trying to talk to my baby, blowing up her kid's phone, trying to talk to my baby. All of them got me blocked. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. What's this room?
Yeah.
It's our bedroom, baby. Go.
So, in
But
your mind, did you think she was just trying to keep you away from your daughter at that time?
yeah, I had no idea. I mean, because one of the last conversations I had was around that time too. And me and Kimani sat on the phone, and she was like, "Mommy, I want to read you a story." She read me the little story about kangaroos and panda bears and all that stuff. And then afterwards, she like, "Mommy, you want to work out?" And I said, "Sure, I'll work out with you." And at first, I was like, low key pump faking, like laying on the bed pretending. She said, "Mommy, are you laying down?" I said, "Yes, baby, I am. I'm not gonna lie." She said, "No, Mommy, you gotta really work out." And then I got down on the floor, did a little exercise with her. And when I was done, I was like, "Girl, Mama out of breath." She said, "Mommy, I am working you out, girl."
Mm.
And
So,
that was around that same time. So I thought Monique still had her. I never knew that she had transferred hands or none of that.
yeah. Um, who that's a lot. So when did you find out that Dorothy actually had Kimani?
Shortly before her 11th birthday, I think my mom called me like a couple months prior, um, and it told me that she had Kimani, um, and she was trying to get things together for her 11th birthday. She had needed some money. I sent her some money, and she was saying that my other sisters, because it's me, Sanika, and Demetra, she was saying that both of them was coming down there with their kids, and she wanted me to come down to see Kimani, obviously, for her birthday and come down with my kids. But all I had was Kaziah at that time. Um, so, um, yeah, I went, my sister, Sanika and Demetra came and got me from my house out here in Cleveland. They drove up there. I stayed for her birthday, and they had to go back. I think it was like I think the kids had to go right back to school or whatever. So they dropped me back off after the weekend was over with. Um, and then I went back out there a couple months later, and I stayed for 2 weeks because my mama had called me talking about she had tried to start some fires in my mama's house.
So when did you start paying child support? Because Risky said, I remember her saying she paid child support. She said, why was the child support going to Dorothy if she thought Monique had her?
My mother only got custody of Kimani in September, the beginning of end of August, beginning of September, September 1st, if I'm not mistaken, was the first day that I was supposed to start paying child support. And they wanted me to pay for August, September, and on. But
Okay.
that was just this past year, 2024. She
Okay.
only had custody of her since August, late August, early September 2024. She has not had custody of her that long. Before that, I was just shoving out money anywhere between $300 and $1,000, damn near every month, making sure that Kimani had what she needed. Um, but because there's a lot of people that were like, "Oh, she was mad because she had to pay the child support, so she masterminded this." No, if we're talking about child support, baby, I won because I went from shelling out $300 to $1,000 damn near every month to only have to pay like 177 with medical expenses.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have no reason to be mad. That's the weight off of me.
And
And I get and y'all forced to and y'all are forced to let me see my baby now.
yeah. So why did what was the problem with you getting her to see her once you started paying child support? Because I do hear that a lot. This your case is not the only case that I know of. Because my baby's father used to do that to me when I paid him child support. He would definitely pick and choose when I could see my kids, and that's not how it was supposed to be.
Mm. But yeah, I mean, from like I said, they already weren't letting me see her. But now that I'm made to pay child support, it is my right to see her. I mean, I always had that right, but now that I'm paying child support, y'all damn sure can't deny me. Which is why I think they let her come out here on the 15th.
So when did you check on her well being and stuff from the time that you did find out Dorothy got her and things like that?
Yeah, I always tried to call and check on her. She had a phone. I called her phone. If her phone wasn't turned off because my mama had it in her pocket, or my mama lost it, or Kimani lost it, or it was turned off, I was constantly calling.
Mm-hmm.
And if I wasn't calling Kimani's phone, I was calling my mom's phone. When my mama had me blocked off her phone, I was calling Darnell's phone. Anything to make sure that my baby was good.
Mm-hmm. So why wasn't Dirty Darnell on child support?
My mother never took him to court.
Mm. Mm. So you feel like you won because you was paying child support. Why do you feel like I won in this? You know what I'm saying? Why did you feel like you was a winner?
I feel like I won because, like I said again, with me paying child support and that being mandated, it's also mandated that I am allowed to see my child. Y'all
Mm.
haven't been letting me see my child.
Yeah.
So now y'all are forced to. And if not, there are reprimands that come with that. When y'all don't let me see my kid and I keep paying child support, there are consequences when y'all don't let me see my kid.
Yeah, she said. So, and just for y'all to know, the ones that's asking, did she have a fight? Um, we she does got some stuff worked on because it has been confirmed from a legal team that and I'm not putting it out there about who it is or nothing. But it is confirmed that Dorothy did not let her see her. That Dorothy she did have where she was paying child support, she was supposed to see her, but unfortunately Dorothy had her ways of moving and definitely not allowing her to see the baby and stuff like that. So yeah. So, hey, Petty Queen. So, I want to get to this. And how's you and Sanika's relationship right now?
We've never
He
really
didn't want
had a
to.
relationship, if I'm being honest. Besides me playing the big sister and the savior, or not being considered at all, we don't really have a relationship.
Hmm. I think she already said that, Jordan. She said, why didn't she know for 2 years her mama had her though? She said she
Because
was
my mother
calling.
never told me, and Monique never said anything.
She said she was calling Monique. Monique had a block, and she thought Monique was just basically trying to keep her from her. She said, and then dumb Dorothy never told her. Once she found out was right before her 11th birthday. She said, and when she did get to know that Dorothy had her, she said she was homeless and fell on hard times, and she just didn't want to put Kimani through that. She didn't have nowhere stable. She was trying to stay with Dorothy. Dorothy didn't let her stay.
Thank you.
Okay, so let me get to some of these questions. Okay, give me just a second. Let me get my stuff out of the way. If yeah, nobody won in that situation. She just felt like she won her way of seeing the baby. I think I
Right.
misinterpreting how she's saying she won. She's saying she won as far as they said that she has a right to see her baby once she started paying the child support. So yeah. But I can cut the comments off if y'all, you know what I'm saying? And I can just have this interview, you know. That it could be like that. That's what I think I'm gonna go ahead and do because I really got some questions I want to get out and stuff like that, and I just don't want to. Hey, Breezy Love, I really just don't want to be attacked or just you know what I'm saying. Feel like the chat is stuff like that. He said yeah, they could have been charged with contempt of court if it's a court order, and she does got that documented. It was she, you know, like I said, she's working with somebody that I know, not that y'all know, not that she knows. I know for factual. You get what I'm saying? What a vibe. So for all of the speculations, she does got it. She was to see that baby, and y'all gotta stop acting like people ain't did that before. Like we ain't got kids or shit. I went through that myself, and this is not taking up for Tiara at all. But shit, I went through it with my baby father, where he wouldn't let me see my motherfucking kids, and I was paying child support like crazy, up and even up to when I got my cancer. So you know,
And that's why I said there are consequences when you do not follow the requirements of being a
T.
receiver of child support or paying child support. When you don't pay child support, your wages get garnished. When you don't pay child support, they garnish your wages. They put you in jail. You know what I'm saying? They take your whole work check. There's multiple things that can happen as a result of not paying child support, but there's also things that happen as a receiver of child support when you don't do your due diligence. You can go to jail too. That child can be taken out of your hands and put into the person's hands who is paying child support.
And we're trying to this person is trying to help her so Dorothy said so how do you feel, what do you kind of relationship do you think that Dorothy and Darnell had?
I'm not sure of that. As I said before, if it was not concerning my child, I generally didn't have a reason to talk to them. Um, those are both people of my past. I never thought to double back on that. Outside of, like I said, checking on my kid, making sure my kid's needs were met, trying to see my kid, I didn't talk to them. There was no reason for me to talk to them. Um, so I don't know what relationship they could have had. I know towards the beginning of all of this shenanigans, Darnell kept saying like, "Yeah, I be over Dorothy house all the time with Kimani." Why I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, why he? I mean, because there was multiple times where he called, he was drunk as hell, slurring his words all through conversation, just chopping it up at my mama's house. I don't know what their relationship was, but I do think it's odd that you would allow a man who you claim isn't her father, even though I never said that out of my own mouth. You claim he's not the father, but you continue to let him around her.
But was he the biological dad?
So I'm gonna say it like I said before.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him never had any doubts on whether or not he was the father. When I was with that man, I was with that man from the time I woke up until the time I went to sleep. When we worked at the same establishment. There was never a time where this man wasn't with me unless, say, I was asleep in the house and he went to go hang out with one of his homeboys. Unless I was pregnant before I got with him, he's 100% her father.
Mm. So he is her father for those that making that their only concern out of all this situation. For y'all that I be questioning some of y'all that just is he her father? Is he her at this point with what happened to that baby? Why is that? I'm just asking. Yeah, Tiara. Let me ask my audience. Let me ask my audience that I do want to know why is y'all stuck on that? What is the importance after what happened to poor Kimani? You know what I'm saying? If he's her father, to where y'all ask it 1,000 times, is he her dad? Is he her dad? Is he her dad? You know what I'm saying? Because don't worry about who the fuck my kids' fathers is. If my child is unalive, that is my focus. Justice for my daughter. She wants justice for this baby. Regardless if Tiara's a piss poor mother to us or not, shit, she wants justice as of right now, and that should be the only focus. Then we'll get to the questions and the meat and the potatoes. But right now, all that is he the father, is he the father? Ask something different. I'm being honest. Yeah, she allowed him to see her daughter and not see him and not her own daughter. You know what I'm saying? So real quick, let's go on and get to the Darnell part. So when was the last time that you honestly seen Kimani?
On March 15th. Yes, Saturday. She was here at my house. He brought her down here. He brought my youngest back down here because my youngest and Kimani was supposed to be spending the week at my mama's house celebrating their birthday together because their birthdays are 11 days apart. They were supposed to be spending the week together at my mama's house. Darnell was supposed to be bringing my youngest back down here, and he brought Kimani with him. They stayed here for about 2 hours, two and a half hours. They left around 7:30 p.m. on Saturday, March 15th.
So you did have her on March the 15th?
Yeah, she was here at my house. She played video games with my friend. We talked, we joked, we roast each other like I said. As I explained multiple times before, yes, that is my child, but because of the obstacles that have been put in our way, we do not have a mother-daughter relationship. We have more of a best friend relationship. That girl can talk to me about anything. We gonna joke. We gonna rank on each other. We gonna have us a good time. But at the end of the day, she knows my intentions for her are always for the best.
So why didn't you tell the court? Because I talked to you earlier and I was like, everybody gonna say, but then we seen you on the TV in front of the judge, and why you didn't just say that? Like,
I was frazzled. I felt like the judge had it out for me from jump. I had been in the queue in the lobby or whatever, waiting for a whole hour before court had even started, trying to get my camera set up, and he was like, "Hey, Tiara, are you there? What's going on with the camera? Why can't I see you? Can you please turn your camera on?" And I was explaining to him like, "Hey, yeah, I've been trying for the last hour. I don't know what's going on. I'm very tech savvy, but it's just not working out for me." And he turned and looked at my mom, and then he turned and looked at me and was like, "Oh, I guess it's always gonna be some technological hullabaloo, huh?" And then, as the session continued on, he was asking about how we were gonna do the funeral processions or whatever, and she said that the community was paying for her session or whatever, her service, And I had told him, like, because of all the misinformation and everything, I went and talked to the House of Date myself. They said that if I wanted to do my services with them, they would do it free of charge. They would do it on the house. Um, and he got to asking about personal relationships with Kimani, all that good stuff. And I explained to him, like, the only reason I didn't have a relationship with her is because of this woman sitting in front of you. Um, she just kept throwing shade. The last time she did, she tried to say that I was only trying to get access to my baby's remains because I felt like it was some money in it, or I was trying to do it for publicity. And so when he asked me, I told him, I said, I don't know where she's getting that. I'm doing this for money or publicity. First off, I don't like people. Um, my life is that of, isolation, solitude. I really don't deal with people like that. I don't want attention. I don't want nothing out of this. I just want my baby to have a peaceful burial. Um,
So she said you wanted. She said you wanted the baby's remains for money.
She said that I was trying to get it for money and for publicity.
I know you lying today. I know you lying. What can human remains do for that? You're not gaining because we're all just sickened by it. Turk, she did. She said that. She said she didn't say that in court, and I asked her because that's the first thing I said to. I said, my audience is gonna want to know why didn't you tell that court that you seen her on the 15th? And she said that it was like he was against her from the jump because her camera, her audio wasn't working on all the days. She said her shit was messing up, and he said, he was basically like, down. I guess it's always gonna be a technicality on her end. Like, so when you ain't, you know what I'm saying, when you being viewed as a piss poor mother in this situation and everybody's against you, shit, she's thinking, oh God, I ain't gonna win this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna win this shit. Here we go again. So, when you've been let down most of your life with any situation, guess what? You ain't gonna feel like you won nothing. You're gonna feel like even if he wasn't against her, she don't know that for real. That's just how she took it. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I felt. Because even when, like I said, even when my mama was throwing shade at me in the courtroom, and the one time that I did decide to say something to him about what she had said, after I said what I said, he turned to my mama and he's like, "Oh well, there's always going to be somebody in this courtroom that wants to talk about things that have nothing to do with why we're really here." Okay, so why you ain't tell her that? Why you ain't say that to her when she been throwing shade at me this entire time and I've been quiet?
So it was a little bias in the court. He was biased in the courtroom. So Dorothy basically got to say what she said because you could tell she was in her just lying. I don't care what nobody say, but I was, like I said, I'm gonna just I talked to you earlier and I was just mad because I was like, damn, Tiara told me she seen her on the 15th. What the fuck? Yeah, like, tell the judge. But I get it. I do. I'm not in this situation. This is not my baby, and all of this ain't swirling around my life. So, and I'd be distraught talking about your daughter. So I can only imagine being the mother and all of this shit's going on. I ain't gonna hold you. So when your daughter, go ahead.
I was frazzled. At the beginning of the court date, I did try to let him know because he was like, "Well, why didn't you, put in the filings for this court date?" I said I tried. I even had my lawyer, tell me what information was needed in order to, put my motion into the court so we could go ahead and get this thing going. He's like, "Okay, so what happened?" I said, "I don't know." I said, "Your Honor, I was trying to file a preliminary injunction with a temporary." I told him, I said, "Your Honor, I was trying to file a preliminary injunction with a temporary restraining order attached." I said, I'm filing under the Ohio Revised Code, ORC. I think it's 210881, which breaks down who has right to disposition based off of who you are to the deceased. And once a person dies, if you are the legal custodian, that custodianship is dissolved because that person is no longer a living ward. with that being said, the list of people that have rights of disposition, it's, you know what I'm saying, the person's the deceased spouse, their children, it goes to their parents, their siblings, their next of kin, their grandparents, and then their custodian. So I should have had first dibs. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, I feel like regardless of whatever, they should have just gave it to me. But in the same token, I feel like they should have just gave it to me. This woman took my baby's whole life from me. This is the least y'all can do.
So we today, okay, so I want to know, if Dorothy had custody of her in September, why in the hell are we in court seeing who got rights over this baby? Because that's what got me mind boggled. Like, if Dorothy got custody and you're paying child support, why in the hell are we here in front of this court saying who got the right to?
Because she put a motion into the court. She put a motion into the court.
Oh.
The coroner was going to let me handle it because I was the only person that went to identify her.
Yep, sure did. I was on the phone that day. Sure did. Sure enough did.
Coroner was going to let me handle it because I was the only person that went to go identify her.
He sure was.
She never went.
Yeah, just so y'all know, I was on the phone that day. This is true. I forgot about that, Tiara. Dorothy didn't go to view the body at all.
And
only Tiara.
He said because she had not called and because she had not shown up, he was not going to allow her to see Kimani. The coroner was fully on board with letting me handle Kimani's, you know what I'm saying, Kimani's burial or whatever.
Yeah.
My mother put that motion into probate court. And then tried to say, oh, we're only here because she wants money and publicity. Baby, I never got to put my motion in. Everybody that I tried to go through, as far as lawyers, probate lawyers, told me that they weren't willing to pick up the case because it was too much misinformation spread and they didn't know what was what.
But you're right, though. I was on the phone that day with you and Katrina. So, yeah, that is true that you are the only one that went and identified, and Dorothy never did contact anybody. So we got the social worker saying, hey, Cindy, we got the social worker saying that the whole time they was going to investigate at the house, that Dorothy nor Kimani ever said anything about having a father. You know what I'm saying? Do you know why that could have been?
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Ask your TT.
Let's get to this life insurance policy.
Oh, yeah, because that was brought up in probate court, too. I didn't even know that was the thing until we got to probate court.
So what happened?
The judge has said that my mother had a life insurance policy. Apparently, that was written in the initial motion that she had a life insurance policy on Kimani. Someone had hopped on Facebook or something and said that they had seen the life insurance policy paperwork at my mother's house, and that the life insurance policy had only been filed 2 months before all of this happened.
So y'all heard that when they went to court, we didn't get to see the whole court proceeding, but it was said that Dorothy does have a life insurance policy on Kimani, and the policy was brought in January of 2025, 2 months before young Kimani went missing. And that's strange right there, Tiara. Like that is odd. Like, why didn't you get the insurance policy
when you first got her, when she was about 6 or 7, when you claimed she came into your care?
Man, so we got that, and so let's get to this house. So we got this house that is and I don't want to bring it up, but we got this house, and who's this house owned by that Kimani was found in?
So I know my grandmother at one point was the owner of the house.
Mm-hmm. And
From what I know, and this is just from a legal standpoint, if my grandmother was the last owner of that house, when that house was supposed to be condemned, they were to either alert her or her next of kin. My mother would have been her next of kin.
mm-hmm.
So my mom, Dorothy, would have already known, that house was about to be torn down before they tore it down. I low-key feel like that's why they chose that house, because if they would have stashed her in there, and if my mother hadn't called, the house would have been torn down. Kimani would have been in there, and it probably would have erased a lot of the evidence that they would have had.
Mm. Mm. And I wonder, yeah. And who alerted? So curious if the 15th was the first visit because of the child support arrangement. Why was she gonna allow you to come for the birthday party? You get what I'm saying?
So I had just talked to Dorothy the Friday before Kimani was down here, so the 14th. I had talked to her the day before Darnell brought her down here. And when I had spoken to her, I told her, I was like, I've been in the place where I live for the past 2 years. I've been running my business for the past 4 years. You know what I'm saying? I've been taking care of my baby for the past 4 years. And I haven't had no help. I haven't asked you for help. I haven't needed your help. And I've still done what I can to, do my due diligence when it comes to aiding in the care of Kimani. And I was like, I'm about to move into this house, and I want Kimani here, and I know Kimani wants to be here. And she was like, well, the only reason why I haven't gave her to you yet is because I want to see you in a place and stable enough to where I need to know that you're stable enough so that when I do give her to you, I don't have to worry about you calling me and being like, Mom, can you, or Kimani needs, or none of that. And I told her, I was like, I've had this baby for 4 years. If I'm gonna call anybody, I would call my family first. I said, when have I ever called you and been like, hey, can you give me this? Cause baby ain't got. When has that ever been the case? And she's like, yeah, you right. Okay, so don't do that. If I can take care of her and me, why can't I add one more to the list? I've been good. And I'm constantly elevating. I'm constantly getting better. She's like, all right, well, when you get in your house, just call me. She's like, I'll bring Kimani through there. We can stay for a couple days or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we can see how things are running and everything. And if I see you good, I'll happily give you custody. There was nothing. We had talked, you know what I'm saying, that whole week. Because, like I said, the day before Kimani went missing was her little sister's birthday. I didn't tell Kimani, but her godfather, Don, which is my other kid's godfather as well, he was going to drive me down there so I could be there for her 14th birthday. I didn't tell her that. I told her that I'm like, I really don't have that much money. I just spent money on Kimani. I had just spent money on Kaziah, you know what I'm saying, getting her birthday together. I had just, what, baby? Can you buy this for me? Yeah, I can try. I had just I had just got done paying my bills and all that good stuff. Um, you know what I'm saying? And I had just paid. I had paid up my child support. I think there was still like maybe $26 or something left on there that I still had to pay. Um, when Darnell was getting ready to leave out to go back to Toledo, hold on, baby, I'm on the phone. What is that? Yeah, baby, I'll try to get you a train. I know you like cars and stuff. Give me a second, okay? Okay, give me a second, okay? Let me finish this conversation and I'll get right back to you, okay, baby?
She's super cute.
All right.
It's all right.
Yeah, sure. But yeah.
So what changed, Tiara, within that time of her saying, "Okay, move in your house, and I'll get back to Kimani to you, and to we're here now."
I don't know. It was a matter of 3 days.
A matter of 3 days.
It was a matter of 3 days. Kimani was here. I talked to her. I talked to Dorothy on the 14th. We had that conversation. Kimani was here on the 15th, and the 18th she was missing. I don't know.
So we get into the funeral. We get into Dumb Dorothy. Now you cool me interest. You cool. Ask her to give me interest because I went so far. I said give me a second. So we get to the 5th. We get past her missing, and we got Dumb Dorothy saying she worked. Did she have a job, Tiara?
So the news said they went to my mother's job. I don't know where she was working. I cannot tell y'all that because I don't know. When we went to court for this whole custody thing, Sanika has said that she had quit her job just so she could try to get more from child support.
So she wasn't even working. She wasn't working at the time. That
I don't know. I don't know if she was. She wasn't. I know the news said that they had went up to her job to ask if she had called off. Or if she was even at work that day, and the news has said that her job has said she had called off for that entire week.
So and that's what adds up to me. Not to say but your mama got an insurance policy in January. Boom. She calls in. She talks to you on the 14th, like she's going to give Kimani back, and.
Right. She allows Darnell to bring Kimani down here on the 15th. Kimani goes missing on the 18th, and my mother called off to work for that entire week.
This is good because not only that, she said her house was in shambles. Did they ever check her house?
They did check her house from what I know. I believe they checked it like 2 or 3 times. But it was like spaced out. It wasn't all within that first, saying 24, 48, 72 hours. It was spaced out all the way up until after we found her.
And she has moved out of that house, right?
Yeah, she moved out. Some ladies actually sent me the video of her moving out of there. And I have a photo in my phone of all the stuff that was in the house on the tree line.
Wow. So how long was the insurance policy placed, and when did the policy mature?
I have no idea.
The policy, I do know the policy was in place. It was bought in January on Kimani. Latigue. So yeah. I want to get to that house. So who bought the police? Who knew where Kimani was when she was missing? Who directed the police to that house?
Dorothy.
Mm-hmm.
The news has it in print that Dorothy called and said that Kimani was in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Dorothy the one called and. So did you ever when you said when you first did an interview with me, you was in the house with Darnell and the cousin, right? KP, right?
Yeah, Darnell had brought KP out here.
So Kimani being missing, you mean to tell me that KP and Darnell came down to your house in Cleveland?
No. So when Darnell came to get my youngest, he had KP with him. And that's how I met KP. I don't know KP other than that encounter.
So where did you see them? Whose house did you see them at? When remember, cause you were saying how quiet KP was being.
That was at my house when he came to get my youngest.
Was Kimani missing at that time?
No, that was on the.
Okay.
Because I believe they came and got her. Actually, let me give me 1 second. I'm about to tell you the exact date.
Okay.
They came and got my youngest.
What do you mean, the child rider, not the policy itself, but the child rider? So just so y'all know, Dorothy did tell the police that where Kimani was.
Okay, so he came and got my youngest daughter. He was trying to come and get her on the 7th of March. I told him because it was already late to just come on the 8th and come get her. So him and KP were here at my house on the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he came, they were here on March the 8th. I had that conversation with my mom on the 14th. Kimani was here on the 15th, which was Saturday. And then she went missing on the 18th, the day after her little sister's birthday.
And that's what Tiara did say about the insurance policy. She said that they can't pay her out. Dorothy knows that they can't pay out because
it's still an ongoing investigation.
Absolutely.
They cannot pay it out until that investigation is closed, until the case has been solved.
So until her case gets solved, even though she got that policy, she cannot get that money. So we find out that Dirty Darnell, you know, because you had told me about him being at the press at the search and stuff. So I found that video where you was actually there and he came to that search. How did you feel? Did you ever see that video?
I seen a snippet of it yesterday.
How did you feel that he was there? What was your thoughts once you seen it and you know that he was a part of this? What was your feelings? Knowing,
I didn't know that he was a part of any of this at the time.
No, at the time, I'm saying now that you know that he's got something to do with it. What's your thoughts now that you go back and look at that video?
I mean, I feel like he did that, one, to try to make it seem like, oh yeah, I'm out here looking for my baby. Even though he specifically told me, you know, I don't have my phone, so we can split up. I don't have no way to figure out where y'all at to continue to search. And he said he was going home right after he left from there, and he never even went home. Apparently, he didn't get home until 5 o'clock Saturday morning. And that's when Nina had said that she had called the police about the boots and the rug or whatever. But I don't know what his intention was in showing up there. It definitely wasn't to look for my baby. I don't know what he was trying to do. I don't know if he was like trying to come up with like an alibi of sorts. I don't know. I don't know. But even then, you know, when he did show up there, I don't know. To me, he looked broken. He didn't look like his normal self. Like
he didn't.
Even the depth in his eyes, it wasn't him.
Yeah, he look. So we get into the we get into the text of everything. So we hear now with knowing that he had something to do with it. But let's get to these text messages real quick. Get to these text messages and stuff like that. And I want to talk about, what you're hearing so far about these other people, and that Darnell really wasn't the one, but he owed some money. Because this money, we can't forget about when me, you, and Katrina was up on the panel, that it was said that she was writing a fake receipt to herself, saying like it was a ransom. But now we got to go back on that ransom. We got to go back though, Tiara. We got to look at it now, like where did that money come from? Where did the money situation? How we go from a ransom to today? We all watching text messages between your sister saying she ain't got shit to do with Darnell owing them money. She's admitting that Darnell
owed somebody $25K.
They said was your youngest daughter his?
No, she has her own father. I don't even know where nobody got that from.
Yeah, but he came to get her. He came to get her because he was taking her down to Dorothy's, y'all.
He only knew of her because she is her sister. I mean, she's her sister's sister. Yeah. They're still going to have a relationship.
Yeah, so he came to get, he posted took Kimani and Kaziah to Dorothy's, and come to find out Dorothy never even got Kaziah. She ended up sending Kimani with Darnell. So Darnell had her baby. Did you even ever question, like, why didn't you just bring her back to me? Or was it just the fact that, oh, well, she's with Kimani, so she's okay? So once you found out that Kaziah, did you find out that Kaziah had been with Darnell the whole time that you thought she was supposed to have been with Dorothy?
I didn't find that out until after we found Kimani. And I only found that out because of something that my youngest daughter said to me.
So Darnell didn't even tell you that he had Kaziah and Kimani the whole week? No. And did you feel like at any point, did you ever think that Darnell and Dorothy messed around at any point? Did you say, what's really going on with my mama and Darnell?
No, because everybody that I've ever dated, my mama look at them like they absolute shit, no matter how good of a person they are. I've dated people that could have whole ass changed her life, could have elevated her as well as everybody else in my family, and she still looked at them like they was dirt, like they was dog shit on the bottom of her shit. So no, I never, not for 1 second, thought that was a possibility. But it's a lot of people that are saying otherwise. I don't know. I wasn't there.
And what did your baby say to make you say, damn, you was with Darnell the whole week?
I'm not gonna talk about it.
Okay.
I will talk to you one-on-one.
Okay. And you don't have to answer that. So Dorothy done took the baby, pointed to where the baby was. So Dorothy, y'all, just for the people that missed it, y'all gotta catch the replay. Thank you, Vicky. When did Darnell started coming around Kimani? Was he always in her life?
Always.
So he was always in her life.
When I was actively fighting for her against CPS, he was there. Mm-hmm. He's always been here.
And that's why I asked about the relationship, because it's crazy how she'll come for her daughter, but never went for him. And their relationship seemed way more. If you ever just got the strength to look at the first interview, their relationship, I thought that was her son. You know what I'm saying? More once you came to the scene, I was like, so wait, what the fuck? What's going on? What's really happening?
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that. No, that's not his mother. He didn't even know her until a couple years ago.
She didn't know. Imagine, she didn't know. She said it was a situation that she doesn't want to talk about, is how she found out it took Kimani to come up missing. And when they found Kimani's body is when she found out that the whole time that Darnell even had her daughter the week of, she said the 8th to the 15th when he bought Kimani. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
yeah, like I said, I'll talk to you about that one-on-one.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's not.
So she knew because Lady J, because Darnell, dumb Dorothy pointed them to the house. She took them to that house, and what do you think what do you think dumb Dorothy's position is with your daughter?
Um, I saw the state of my daughter. Um, Obviously, like I said, I was the only one that went to go identify her. Having saw that, I do think that my mom had some involvement in it, but I don't know to what extent.
Yeah, yeah. And y'all got to know she ain't been around Dorothy. She wasn't even there in town. You know what I'm saying? From her understanding, again, Dorothy was on the same page. She said that's why she was so like, where did this go wrong from the 15th to when her daughter went missing 3 days later on the 18th? What, like, you know what I'm saying? Her mind is wondering like us, like, what was really going on. Then we find out at this hearing for her body that my mom got an insurance policy on my baby in January, like, 3 months before she come up missing. Why didn't she get the Tiara saying, why didn't she go and get this policy? Wait, if she had my daughter, as long as she's telling y'all in the news that she's got my daughter, why didn't she go get the policy then? Why in January of this year did she go get that policy? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Tiara, what do you think her point was of telling them people that she didn't even like boys?
I felt like that was just, I don't know. I know when people are lying, it's hard to keep track of your lies. My daughter didn't like boys, so that in itself wasn't a lie. But I feel like that was her way of trying to say, like, oh, I don't know what I think she was trying to think ahead, like, oh, well, there's probably people out there saying, you know what I'm saying, Kimani was sexually active or whatever the case was, and then she was trying to play into this whole, oh yeah, Darnell been doing this, and he been around, and da-da-da. So I really feel like she's trying to further lean into that by saying, oh, Kimani didn't like boys, she was a virgin. And that was her way of saying, oh, yeah, Darnell had to be grooming her. I feel like she was trying to emphasize that fact. But
because she did say that, Tiara. She said that way before. Yeah, she said that way before the news ever even. My bad.
And that was my whole thing, because nobody was questioning whether or not she was a virgin. Nobody was asking whether or not she liked girls or whether she liked boys. Nobody was worried about that. We were simply trying to figure out where the fuck she was. So why are you talking about all this unnecessary shit? It's because you done fucked up in your storyline, and now you're trying to fix it.
So in the case of this and stuff, and do you think that you would be able to stomach to go, if you think, I'm just asking a question, do you think you could stomach to go see Darnell to ask him what really happened, Tiara, to your baby?
I've thought about it because one thing I know,
she explained it.
From my experience with Darnell, we've never had, like, we didn't end off our relationship on the best of terms, but it wasn't the worst either. At the end of the day, when it came to my kid, you know what I'm saying, I never spoke down about him. When it came to his daughter, when she was like, hey mom, where's my dad at? In the times that he was absent, like he was in jail or whatever, I never was like, oh, he's a piece of shit, he in jail, don't worry about him, because I never was that person. I always left it, oh, you know, he's not in a physical or mental space to be here for you right now. When he's able to, he will be. But in the meantime, between time, know in the bottom of his heart, in his heart of heart, and his soul of souls, he loves you, and he will eventually come back. And even when he did, I left it up to her to form her own decision on whether or not she wanted to be in his life as well as him and hers. I feel like if I had an opportunity to talk to him, I feel like he would tell me the real. but I don't think that I have the strength to sit there and not beat the dog shit out that man.
Yeah. And I understand your feelings, but for your closure on at least that part, I think it's I think it's I mean, and you really gotta pray about it. Pray about it, Tiara. I say pray about it, but for the answers that you need. And because the teacher even told me, she said that's all she talked about. She loved him. She said she loved her father. She said
Yeah.
she loved her father. She said, I don't even know why he's a suspect. She loved her father. And that's what the teacher told me that.
Her friends reached out to me. The friends that she had in school had reached out to me. And they said the only thing Kimani ever told them was that life was getting too hard. She didn't want to be at my mama's house no more. And that all she wanted was to be back in a house with me, her dad, and her sister.
Mm. With Dorothy, when did Dorothy and Monique fall out? Because, or did they ever fall out? Or did they ever?
So many times.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they fell out again back in June when my mom was trying to do third-party custody transfer, and that's why my mom had to get custody, because my mom was trying to do the third-party custody transfer so that she wouldn't have to get custody. She was going to transfer her directly to me. Mm-hmm. But apparently, Monique tried to take her to CSB to return her to the system.
Mm. And how did Dorothy get custody of your baby with having prior charges and stuff herself? How what?
That was in the system. Because when I was fighting for Kimani, when Kimani was still in the system, and they ran my mother's background check, they said absolutely the fuck not. Not only were all of her kids taken, but look at this record. So I don't know how the hell they allowed that to happen. I don't know.
Yeah, we seen it an awful lot. I ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't the only case. And y'all gotta stop asking. Please stop asking those kind of hell. We see with the Kaziah Harris case. Hell, we trying to see why Annette got custody of having adopted kids and everything with all the shit she had going on in her house. I just don't be understanding questions when this ain't the only case that the high profile case that we're watching that this shit is happening in. And I'm just being honest. It ain't to be nasty, but like, well then she said she fell on hard times. She said she was homeless. She said she asked Dorothy, and Dorothy used that as an advantage to get Kimani for good. Like, she ain't got nowhere stable to live. Like, she kicked her when she was down. Like, she don't got nowhere to go. And she wants custody of this baby. So who they gonna give it to? The woman with the house? Whether or not, and hell, another granny monster. It's just another case of a granny monster. Them letting the baby go in a house with somebody with a record, with abuse charges and so much more. So the house was owned by your grandmother, Ruby Slaughter. They would have So let's get to Sanika real quick. So what messed you up with Sanika when, what was Sanika saying at first when Kimani first came up missing? What was her initial thoughts on her mother?
Actually, give me 1 second. I'm about to go get my friend. She could tell you too.
Okay.
I'm coming. Give me 1 second. So blue.
And y'all, Tiara is taking ownership of a lot of stuff that she did wrong. I don't know what more y'all want from her. I really don't know what y'all want me to. I don't know if y'all want me to. I don't know what y'all want, but I mean, she's put it on the table.
This is Miss Parker. We are on a live. She asked because I told her what I remember Sanika saying when she found out about Kimani being missing. Mm-hmm. What do you remember Sanika saying about my mom when she found out that Kimani was missing? What does Sanika say out her mouth?
So she was making statements such as she couldn't wait till she got out here because she was gonna fuck her up and all kind of shit she was gonna do, and that she couldn't trust that bitch as far as she could throw her. So, I mean, the shit she was saying on the news and running her fucking mouth, she didn't have none of that fucking energy before she got out here.
So Sanika was saying that she was gonna be Dorothy ass.
She was coming out here to beat Dorothy ass because Dorothy knew something, and I quote. She said she took it too far. Those were her words. And we already figured that something was up. The whole way, the whole thing, the way that shit played out, it was just too fucking weird and wacky. They knew what the fuck they did.
Her babies are there.
And then we didn't even find out through them. We found out through social media. Make it make sense. That is her child. Nobody else. She should be the first to know. No. Unfortunately, it resulted in Kimani not being with us anymore, and it's not fair to me or Kimani that had her life taken away. She did.
Her kids are there, y'all.
For us to suffer the way that we do, especially Tiara.
But yeah, that's
Tiara, let me ask you this real quick. They want to know why you're not so aggressive about Darnell. Like, you're sounding just so soft about Darnell and Dorothy. I mean,
I'm not sounding soft about Dorothy. I'm not sounding soft about Darnell. What it is I've known Darnell since I was 19 years old. I am 35. I've watched this man. Even when he thought wasn't nobody watching, I watched this man. My cousins went to school with him and grew up with him before I knew him. I've never, not once, had anybody approach me and be like, hey, you need to watch out for him, he's weird. Or hey, he done touched on me. Or hey, he be finagling little girls. My cousins, they grew up with him. They was in school with him from 0 on up until they graduated. Even them, when they heard about this, they said, hell no, ain't no way Darnell did this. That nigga's a square. He was a nerd in school, got straight A's, stayed on the honor roll. This nigga was never in no trouble. When I was growing up, because I was trying to break out of this sheltered life that I had grew up in, I was the one out in the streets doing a bunch of rambunctious ass shit. When some shit popped off and some shit went wrong, I knew if I went to Darnell, I was good. I was safe. It's not a matter of me being soft on him. Because at the end of the day, I fucking hate him because of whatever the fuck he could have done to my child.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't believe that he did this thinking that it was going to turn out like this. I don't. I don't think he expected things to play out the way that it did. This is not his character. This is not the man that he's been the entire time that I've known him.
Calm down, Tiara. Calm down.
I'm not being soft on him. I just don't. It's hard for me to believe because I've known him for almost fucking 20 years.
Yeah.
And my cousins who have lived in Toledo their entire life, they've known him their entire life, and they don't believe it either.
So, let me ask you about this. What about so Kimani had told a friend.
I'm gonna say this last thing when it comes to Darnell. I'm not making no excuses for him because I know shit happens, and people don't always show you their true colors right away. A lot of times they present you with their representative person that they want you to think that they are.
Yeah.
I'm not dumb. I'm not naive.
Hell yeah.
But I don't know I don't know how to think about that right now. I can't bring myself to think about that right now. I created a child with this man. I brought life into the world with this man. It's hard for me to fix my mouth and say that I brought life into this world with a fucking murderer.
So,
I don't know anybody that could say that and be cool.
Yeah. Kimani told her friend about another little girl that Dorothy had custody of, and that Dorothy unalived her, and that the little girl was pregnant. Do you know anything about that other little girl? Her ever having custody?
So, I know that my mom did have custody of a 16-year-old. I know that the girl was pregnant by my little brother, from my understanding. I know that my little brother and that girl had moved out together and was making a life for themselves, had got their own place, and I believe that girl emancipated herself. Get off.
So the girl allegedly offed herself.
No, she emancipated herself. I don't know nothing about the girl. I don't know nothing about the girl being unalived. None of that. Last I heard, she emancipated herself, got herself out of foster care, and was doing her.
And she did get pregnant by your brother while in Dorothy's care.
From what I know, yes.
So do you believe? And I don't mean to, damn. Cause like I said, y'all, let me tell y'all something. When wait till it, and you don't want to say wait till it happen to y'all, but it's almost like, do it's gotta happen to y'all to say where y'all feelings will be at when somebody happens? Just like Ayanna Sawyer's auntie. She had 2 kids. Hold on, Tiara. She had 2 kids with that man. And she said on that stand, she never thought in a million years that he would get her niece pregnant and unalive her. After having a beautiful home with this man, 2 kids.
Sure. Give me a second.
She wasn't third. She wasn't, okay, she wasn't a mother to a, well, goddamn, I can't crucify her. I mean, y'all some judgmental motherfuckers not to be God and shit. I mean, I just got to be honest. Y'all not God to be judging. That's on her. Tiara got to deal with this every day. She's got to go look at that memorial every day and face that. So it's not on me. And y'all not going to make me feel no type of way with these motherfucking questions. That's just irrelevant. She said what she said. What more do y'all want? What else? What else? What do y'all want her to say that y'all want her to appease to y'all? What else do y'all want her to say? Now hold on, Tiara. Because it keep coming back. Well, she did leave a kid. Yes, she did. I ain't taking up for it.
Damn. Actually happens to you. I'm not claiming to be perfect. I never said I was. I'm far from
right, Tyre.
But in the same token, I can only do what I know. I can only operate from where I am.
She's taking her fault. She's owning it. But damn, it's like y'all want her to. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I just don't. This should be crazy to me. She said he had mental problems. She did say that. We talked about that. But I'm just saying. What y'all want her to say? She didn't know he was like this. That ain't her. That ain't what he was. How many times do we do stories and the man ain't who he was supposed to be?
That's why I said what I said about him, about people presenting you with their representative, the people that you think that they want you to think that they are, until the true colors start to leak out.
This ain't y'all child that was in the house dismembered. Not y'all's. But y'all don't want to be here for that part, for the justice part. The girl want justice. Damn. I mean, like, I'm so confused. Let's get justice and then do all of that shit after we get all of the people that was involved. Why we can't focus on that? But I bet each one of y'all that's in this chat judging, I know y'all life ain't perfect. I know I'll put every motherfucking dollar I got that y'all life ain't perfect and that y'all motherfucking kids ain't perfect neither. But y'all never stand in this chat and stand in y'all shit. Y'all never stand in this chat because this what y'all bring y'all life on her. Y'all shit is so fucked up in y'all house. Y'all come on here and deflect y'all problems in somebody else's situation. I see it so much. That's why I own my shit. I know where she's been. I've been there with the child support and so much other shit. I'm not taking up for Tiara being a piss poor mother because I was. So get the fuck out of here. Don't ask me shit else about why she left her baby there. She did. That's on her.
I didn't choose to leave her, and that's what y'all not seem to understand. It was never
fuck out of her
for me. They took my child from the hospital. I never even got to take her home. So it's not a matter of why did you leave your child there. I didn't have a choice. That choice was never mine.
Smoke, girl. Yeah, he did, Lady Love. He was crashing out. But she wasn't with him then. Y'all got thanked. She done moved on. She got other kids and stuff. So who he was when she was with him, it ain't who he, you know what I'm saying? She don't know that part. And that's it, Coco, every story. I mean, it just be crazy. That's why I don't fucks with people on here, y'all. I watch people's comments. I always, to know what type of person and mother you are, I watch people's comments. But I say, until this shit happens to you, pray to God it don't. But until some shit happens to you, you don't know what's going to happen a year, 2 years, a month, tomorrow. Did I think that's on her? I got my feelings. But I'm on the outside looking in. I wasn't there. I don't know her to know the whole situation. I wasn't there. I can speculate. And Tiara know how I feel because I told her. But for you same piss poor mothers that come in here, I know how y'all reflect y'all shit on other people. I see y'all do it with the Kaziah Hurts case. Y'all traumatized and y'all put y'all trauma and try to put it with the Kaziah Hurts case. I see it all but too much. That's why I had to remove my motherfucking emotions. Because I was doing it too. Who's the father? What difference would make his baby's been dismembered and unalive? She said that, Virgo Queen. What more? Like Virgo Queen, she said that, honey. She said that.
And that's the thing that's something that a lot of y'all aren't seeming to understand.
This right here. Hold on, Tiara. Hold on, Tiara. So she didn't talk to her daughter for a whole week. I would need to speak to my baby a few times if she's away. Virgo Queen, I just said I went through the same shit. I didn't go through what Tiara probably went through, but I was an addict. I ain't talked to my kids for months. That's you. Quit putting your life and what you would do on us. God damn. She got the perfect life, y'all. We say that. I love my kids. After I've been through what I've been through, would I ever want to do it again? No. But it was choices I made to put me in a piss poor mother situation. God damn. That's crazy. This is why we'll never get nowhere. We'll never get the justice because motherfuckers like that, I couldn't, that ain't me. Well, take your perfect ass on because this is an imperfect platform. I'll tell y'all that. This is an imperfect platform over here. The fuck? Real shit, boy. I try to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. I mean, I'm trying to tell y'all. Yeah, this is an imperfect platform. So if you got a perfect life and you this ain't what y'all are. Y'all so put such a perfect mother. That's fine. My platform just ain't for y'all, and it's okay. I get it. I get it. Tiara, thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming up. You know what I'm saying? I know you didn't feel good. Me and you actually been on the phone all day today, and you know, I put my feelings the same way y'all feeling like, well, you know, this and that. But I ain't great ask 1,000 times the same question. Who's the dad? Who's that? So you mean to tell me you didn't talk to, cause ain't no motherfucking way I went. Well, get the fuck on. Cause I did the same shit at one point in my life. I made fucked up choices.
But I left space for my daughter to be herself there. And that's what a lot of people don't seem to understand. I am not my mother. I'm not the person that's going to tell you respect your elders when your elders ain't respecting you. I'm not the one that's going to tell you to shut the fuck up and do what I say because I said so. If my kids ask me a question, I give them an answer. That's age appropriate. If my kids are having a fucked up day, I tell them, please express yourself. I'm never going to tell you not to, as long as you're not being blatantly disrespectful. By all means, speak. If my kid comes to me and says, Mom, I'm having a shitty ass day, I'm going to be like, okay, baby, well, what made it shitty? Talk to me. I'm not fucking perfect. I never proclaimed to be. But what I have done is worked on healing myself, dealing with my trauma, dealing with my fucking shadows, facing my fucking demons so I could be the best person that I could possibly fucking be for my children. Because that's all the fuck I have in this world. I'm not perfect. I never proclaimed to be, but at least I'm fucking trying. I got there a little bit too late, and I hate myself for that. I fucking hate myself for that. But there's nothing I can do now.
Don't cry, Tiara. Don't cry, the baby.
Nothing I can do now except for continue to build onto her fucking legacy. That's all I got. All I can try to do is leave a legacy for her because she'll never be able to do so for herself.
Tiara, quit crying. The baby's getting upset and stuff. She want to know why you crying. Quit crying. Cause quit crying, Tiara.
They want to say, but at the end of the day, y'all ain't got no heaven, hell, or jail to put me in. If you don't like me, trust me and believe me, I'm not begging you to.
They never do, T, the goddess. They never give it to the right people.
But if you're here and you want justice for my baby like I want justice for my baby, shut that shit the fuck up and get on this goddamn train.
That's it.
Thank you.
That's it. Well, now she is saying she's trying to, she couldn't do nothing much for her baby while she was here, but damn it, in the name of honor for her baby, she's trying something different. I couldn't do nothing but respect it. I couldn't do nothing but respect it. She's trying to change laws. She said, Miss Parker, the petition that your subscriber told you that they got to do, she said, please tell them to start it and change Miami Street to Kimani's Way to see if we can get signatures for that. Well, where is everybody? Tiara. Tiara, go on and deal with your baby. Cause deal with your baby. Cause I heard her and I love her. Y'all, she's so smart. Go on and deal with your baby. Thank you so much, Tiara. I'll call you later. Quit crying and quit being upset in front of the baby. Cause she's feeling it, okay?
Yes, she is.
I know. Don't. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Her baby said, Mommy, why you crying? Why you crying, Mommy? Then you come here, what you's a Jordan mom, your baby gets whatever. Like we just you looking under us. Because if you feel that way about Tiara, you feel that way about me, Virgo Queen. So there's no need for you to be here. Y'all always put your attention on the wrong people. That'd be weird to me. Call up right to Toledo and tell them, look at dumb Dorothy's ass. That's who you crucify. Crucify that bitch. She said she wasn't a good mother. How did you want her to put it? She said she didn't make good decisions. How much more was she supposed to say about it? I don't know what's making your ass itch about what she's saying that's not fitting your motherfucking storyline. The fuck? Man, you ain't got to tell her nothing in perfect art. Some people show me. I like for people to show me who they are. Her baby was cut the fuck up. Her motherfucking head cut off her head. And you ain't, why didn't she, and what did I say wrong? Get the fuck out of here. Fuck made you God. Man, look, y'all. I ain't bring her here for that. And I asked y'all questions. What I caught, as much as I could. She said it. She wasn't there. I'm getting connected with people that's saying that was wrong. She was supposed to have visitation the same way she didn't get to go to the baby's funeral. Fuck y'all talking about? In life, we make fucked up choices. She said she made it to her baby just a little too late to get her shit together. What the fuck more did you want? It kept being a fucking question and turned around. The fuck, the girl said it. But it didn't fit her narrative. Well, it couldn't have been me. But it wasn't. Your baby ain't cut the fuck up either, right? So it wasn't you. The fuck? I mean, I'm confused as fuck. But again, this is an imperfect platform. This is for mothers and fathers that's been through some shit. We not perfect over here. At least I know I'm not. For the people that do support me, I'm not perfect. I make piss poor mother choices. For years, did I allow my baby to get touched? Nah, but every mother doesn't know that their baby's being touched. Everybody from Iman, from Ayana Sawyer. She didn't know her husband was impregnating her niece and doing that. That woman thought she had a good life. You ain't misheard. Come on, Virgo Queen, stand in your shit. Let's just, I'd rather for you to stand in your shit and just take the shit. You didn't hear it wrong because you said it 3 or 4 times and I kept telling you she said it. So I respect you more if you just stand in your shit and say, I am a perfect mother. You ain't got to play your part to say you misheard it because I said it too many times. That's your feeling. I can't knock that you a perfect mother. This is just the imperfect platform. Me and my kids' fathers, we made horrible decisions. We could have been here. We could have been in the same position that she's in. With the choices that we made, being piss poor. I own my shit. I stand in my shit. Because see, standing in your shit makes you not want to go back to that shit. It took this to let that bitch know not to go back to making poor fucking decisions and be a mother. I know she is because I heard that baby saying the most beautiful shit today. At only 3 or 4. Can they play box again? Can I read another book? That's what her baby said. Mommy, can you read another book to me, please? Can we play blocks again, Mommy? How I know why God did what he did with baby Kimani to make her get her shit together in real life. I don't know. I'll never know why this shit happened the way it did with this family. Man, come on, Reese. Come on, Reese. Come on. Come on, Kizzle. You don't know what, you know what I'm saying? It's times when people get shot, like, why did they run? But you don't know what's going to happen in a situation. But take your perfect ass, call up her to Toledo, and ask them why the fuck they not charging dumb Dorothy and her daughter. I'll wait. Everybody perfect today. Man, come on. Come on. I ain't saying y'all had to be like us to not be good mothers. Salute to y'all. Salute to all the mothers that did make fucked up choices. Man, salute to y'all. But unfortunately, life took a different turn for me. I didn't go straight my whole way through life. I turned a couple of motherfucking corners. My bad that your bus kept going straight. Mine took a wrong turn, left. And it took a lot of falling on my ass to get it together and figure it the fuck out. Before I lost one of my kids. Or my kids lost me for good. One or the other. Okay, Latigue? It ain't no booking on parenting, it ain't. But we won't lift each other up for shit. We gotta come through and show our perfect asses, huh? I can never. Shit, I never thought I would be on drugs. I never thought I'd be an addict. Cocaine is still crack. I never thought I'd be a crack addict. The one that I judged so many motherfucking times. Yeah, look at her. The fuck? Ended up being me. The fuck? Now I'm speaking on the real Miss Tracy. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Get what I'm saying? Queen Pin, y'all get it? She, man, every day she wake up, see a social media or a news flash, or she ride by that street, or she see a familiar face, her baby is going to come up every time. So it's not my place to judge her about shit. I told Tiara exactly how I felt about her. I told her exactly how I felt. And I told her how my audience would feel. But I said, hey, can't nobody judge you but God. I don't, some shit do sound off. I do need you to say, I'm going to need you to come and talk about the 15th. Not to judge her. I said, why you didn't tell them people you was like, it don't make no sense. I don't understand it. When she told me her reason, I got it. But see, it take an imperfect bitch to be in her position to know what the courts and how the courts work. When you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders and he starts saying little remarks, even if he ain't against you, thank you. She has mental issues too. She owned up to that. You got for him, Miss Cottrell, you got for him. I just watched. I just watched. She did, but y'all missed that. Cause she wasn't saying it how they wanted her to say it, y'all. That's all it was. She wasn't saying it how Virgo wanted her to say it. She wasn't saying it how a couple of y'all stand in y'all shit. I seen y'all. I had y'all comments up here. Just stand in it. I fuck with people that stand in their shit. If I said it, hey, that was my feelings. No, I didn't hear it. You damn well did. Who's her father? What the way that baby was? Who give a damn? Why did y'all do her like that? Come on. Come on, Corey D. They are. They gonna what they gonna say? What can they say about me? What they gonna say about me that I ain't said about myself? They don't know me just like they don't know Tiara and I don't know Tiara. But it's a way you could talk to somebody too. Whether we feel a way or not, it's a way you could talk to somebody to get answers that you need, to get a story. I want to talk about this, baby. I want a piece of it with me. I'm going to take it with pride and get it how I can. But y'all don't never want a story. Y'all want a story. Y'all want to lie. Y'all want something to lie about. Just like she said she wanted, sister. You did too, Talker Prince. Y'all didn't take in what she said, sister. She said she won. She said she won the fact that she can go visit her baby now. They couldn't stop it at that point because she was on child support. You didn't win. Yeah, that ain't no win. Y'all missed what she said because y'all so busy wanting to hear the fucked up shit. That's why I be telling my people, listen, to understand. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less, and go from there. Thank you, Katra. I appreciate you. We cannot put life in a dead dog. What's next for justice? That's the thing. Thank you, Turk. What's next? It's the holy ones. It's the Annette Harris's for me, Kenya. It's the Annette. Yeah, I got all my questions. I wanted to know about the house. Who sent her to the house? She said my mother called the police and said that Kimani's body was in her. That's the focus. Come on, Cindy, me too. Because when I talk about that baby, she's like, she's mine. I done gravitated. For some reason, you gravitate as a content creator, you gravitate onto these kids. Your emotions is all over the place. Everything about you is everywhere. So imagine being the fucking mother. She might have been piss poor, whatever y'all want to call her. But I know at that moment, we watched them in there with them paper bags, and I heard that she was naked from her and her cousin, that the baby was naked. I said, well, then why do they got these paper bags? And people said, Miss Parker, show where she bought it out the house. I wouldn't even do it. I couldn't stomach it. I almost got sick on my panel in front of y'all. Go back to that live. I was so in a dark place looking at that house. I don't even remember what everybody was saying. I don't know if I got a super sticker that night. I don't know. I don't remember that night. I was mad at them for cussing like as if I was standing there with them. Trying to figure out what the fuck are they putting in these paper bags if she was naked. What is going in them paper bags? What's happening right now? What are we really witnessing? Because the day before that, I just told my riders, I hope they find her alive. I hope this one they find alive. But I said, y'all just know these cases are going to keep getting worse. We ain't going to be able to stomach them after a while. I woke up to Belinda and them saying, Tasha, go. They found the baby in an abandoned house. Once I heard abandoned house, Tiffany, she did. She did. She owned it. Like, what did she said she wasn't shit. Like, she didn't do the right thing. She tried, but she gave up. But she tried again. And when she started paying the child support, she felt like she won. Because there was no more Dorothy keeping her daughter away. Tiffany? I mean, what we talk? Y'all know what? It's not about being perfect. Hey, y'all, huh? Tiffany, you you have a nice life wherever you go at. I ain't even gonna block you out the chat, but right is right and wrong is wrong. She owned her shit to me. That's on her. This just ain't the chat for you. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're talking about, breaking the curses and stuff, but my chat just ain't for you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know what else to say. Ain't nobody said she wrong, she right or nothing. Ain't nobody saying that. We just trying to get answers out of her. What happened? Yeah, the baby see them crying. That's a good baby. But yeah, my chat's just not for you. Nah, they don't want to support her. They don't want to support her. They wanted to suffer. As if she did it. They wanted to suffer. As if she's not, but yeah. Let them be God. Y'all get what I'm saying? Let them be God. The girl went, Miss Five, the girl went. Dorothy didn't. I was on the phone with her when she went to view the girl body. Dorothy didn't even go because they found. That's how she found. I was with them when the news told the people that the baby was cut up. Dorothy didn't even go down there and view the body. Didn't call the people or nothing. I was on the phone like, what type of shit is that? I was like, y'all can't tell me she ain't involved. So, hey, I'm good, Miss CC. Thank you. I appreciate it. But I'm going to speak my shit, Miss CC. My energy great, love. My energy great, love. Trust me. Ain't no wrong with speaking the truth. That ain't nothing to do with my energy. Because as black people, this is why we not winning, Miss CC. Because I don't know if I'm supposed to dog for these ladies that saying that. I ain't saying nothing about perfect, but I guess they wanted me to cuss her out. She got enough. Hey, what happened to her baby? Shit. Ain't nothing I can say to make her feel no type of way. Man, Latigue, come on. Come on, Teeth. Come on, Teeth. Sick as fuck, Leezy. But my piece is good. I will. I'm his wife. I will. But instead of trying to turn her down, I had to go pray on it, y'all, because I was turning her ass up. I can own that. And I told her. I want enough to tell her I was judging her. But I wasn't the one to judge. I said, I'm wrong for that. Because I wasn't nothing either as a parent for years. By the grace of God, nothing like this happened to my children. They wasn't touched or nothing. I got to give it to God. I got to give this shit to God because, man, I wouldn't be living, y'all, had this, either I'd be in jail, but I'm going to kill me a few motherfuckers. I'm telling y'all, life would have took another turn. She doing better than me. She's doing better than me. Because I'd get the death penalty by mine. But everybody mental. She got kids. She's thinking. When I was where she is, I couldn't have thought. Y'all get what I'm saying? But we ain't talking about CPS. We ain't. Come on, Latigue. Come on, Latigue. Come on, princess. If you ain't never lost a child, and I don't know, when people be talking about they lost their kids, y'all see me get quiet because I don't know what to say. How many mothers in my chat today said they lost their kids? I'll be up here quiet because I don't know what to say. But I know when I end this, I call my babies. And I love on my babies every second. Like, damn, it could have been mine. It's a woman down there said yesterday, I can't live without my son. My only son is gone. I don't know what to do without my child. I didn't have no words. I got something to say about everything else, but that I couldn't help that woman. But hey, y'all, man, look, I ain't doing it no more over here. I'm telling y'all. Now I did tell her if she don't get take his help that I'm offering her, I will. It'll tell me a lot. Thank you. He said, I know Tiara's 100% raw and real. I've seen her success and her failures. I'm always going to step behind my friend and my goddaughter, Zari. So trust and believe she will never stand alone. Let's go. And it's nice to meet you. She told me about you today. Thank you for dropping in the chat. And she needs people like you. She needs people like you right now. Because apparently she didn't have a support system like that. And it took this, you know what I'm saying? But she did tell me about you. So stand behind your friend. Stand behind your friend. Man, look. I'm about to get off her. I might see y'all later, but this chat here, baby. Seeing that. Yes, Cindy. That's what it was. She was comparing her life. No, you didn't make no mistakes. That ain't what you said, Virgo Queen. Let's just that's what I'm saying. It's not to put you on the spot, but real gotta recognize real and call real as I see what I'm that friend, I'm gonna call you out on your shit. Just like I want people to call me out on my shit. That's what it should have been in the beginning. Why you didn't do that in the beginning, Virgo Queen? I'm just asking, why wasn't you saying this in the beginning to get understanding? Like she said it. What did you? I'm just asking. I want to talk to her real quick. What did you want her to say in the beginning that just where you asked the question over and over again? You kept asking, well, I would never do that. Hell, this shit. I wish I could go back in time and change that. Missing my kids' birthdays, going days and months without seeing my kids, being in jail, incarcerated, missing all the holidays, missing a year of holidays and birthdays. My daughter telling me she's starting her minstrel and her father having to tell her how to fuck to, when it should have been me. Those kind of moments of being a woman, her body parts growing. So tell me now that you're saying this, what was the change of heart? Instead of just standing on, now you ain't perfect. I knew that anyway. Man, say, mm-mm, mm-mm, uh, mm-mm, never. Man, look. Man, salute to Shank Rock, salute to Mocha, salute to Shanitra Speak, salute to Brittany Ann, salute to Two, salute to Spiritual Detective Man, salute to y'all for continue to fight for justice, y'all. Don't ever give up because we'll never know if we'll need these same people to open up their platform to give us understanding. Some type of closure. Cause she's really coming on her. Virgo Queen girl, what type of questions? Because I only got questions. You kept asking it over and over. And man, if you can't see what you was doing, let it go. Olivia, it's okay. It's okay. I'm over it. I'm over it. Yeah, don't call her no names. Don't call her no names. Don't call her a name. Don't call her a name. Yeah, so Stein. Let me get out of here, y'all. I got a Shank Rocks Grego live in a minute. It's an imperfect channel again. It's an imperfect channel for mothers that anything y'all going through for my brothers. We all got a story. Some of us don't, we too embarrassed. Okay? I know that's right. I know that's right, Cadence. I know that's right. Stand on your team. Stand on your team. That's a friend. That's a friend right there. See, we need more of that. Friends. Real genuine people. Real genuine people. I want genuine people around me. When I mess it up, just tell me. You know what I'm saying? Don't put me down, but tell me where I'm messing up. Tell me, thank you, but tell me where I'm messing up, y'all. All right, Virgo Queen, I can take it. I respect it. But help me. Don't turn me down to where I have to end up with my daughter being in an abandoned house. See, everybody ain't around good people. When you think you got a friend, you just don't. It might take you to, like I said, to drop on your ass 3-4 times. But I want Tiara to keep getting up. I want to not go back to sleeping in that car. Let all this be a lesson learned of mistakes and to be fixed with better choices. Better parenting, man. And saying, I need help. That's what I told him. You don't have to battle by yourself. You don't have to go through these storms by yourself. It's okay to say you're not okay. Shit, I'm not okay all the time, y'all. I'm not. I tell y'all, are y'all okay? And y'all know it's okay if we not okay. It's okay. It's okay. So we as sisters and brothers in the chat can lift each other up, come up with a solution. Hey, is there anybody here that can help my sister? She ain't doing too good today. One of my sisters was in there talking about suicide earlier. I didn't leave this chat till I seen her shit change in the chat, the way she was talking in my chat. I said, okay, hit me up on my email. If any of my sisters can help my sister out, you know what I'm saying? She's, you know, if I can't help with a situation, I know I should. Somebody gonna lead me into the right direction. To where one of my friends in this chat and the ones I call my riders and my sisters gonna say, I'm a therapist. I help her. Like my sister Kimberly Scott. Like my sister Miss Reed. Like my sister Miss Wish. Like my sister Zilla. All of them. I got a degree in this one spark. I can help her. That's who I want around me. What I can't do, they can and will. And don't say, don't ask for a dime from us. They see their sisters struggling with something. And they open up their doors and their hearts and they help us. And don't say a fuck thing. They don't come and say, I helped with the woo, I helped with the, it's shit going on. I know about it. Don't nobody in the riders or nobody, just them people know. And I don't even know the details of it. Just whatever y'all do, y'all handle it. That's between y'all. Y'all ain't got to check in with me. I did my due diligence by saying, hey, can somebody help? And my sisters do that. They help. What up, Mocha, my sister? Mocha, I didn't know you was live, my sister. I really didn't. I'd have set it up later. I'm sorry. Because I don't like stepping on my content creators that I really rock with their toes. See, I don't like stepping on my friends and my sister's toes and shit. I used to. Didn't give a fuck about nobody but myself. But see, that's part of when you fall on your ass. Don't you get tired of falling on your ass? It hurts. We ain't got no cushion. when ain't nothing but concrete. That shit hurts. Because that drop is hard. Ain't nothing soft about that drop. So I've been there. I've done that. Not willing to go back. And pray to God every day, man, that he's bringing people like y'all around me. To plant plentiful seeds around me. Y'all pulling out weeds that I didn't even know was still growing in my garden. But y'all do that with the love that y'all give me by providing resources for my sister. Dropping 788. If any of you, like, I had a sister drop down. Hey, y'all, if anybody's feeling like this, call down 788. Then the other sister said, well, it's 978 in our area. Just putting it out there that in our area, I know the number's 978. It wasn't nothing else to it. But hey, y'all, use that number because y'all might not want to say nothing to us, and I understand it's hard to trust people and things like that. But y'all use that number anonymously. Get the help y'all need, even if it's just to talk to somebody. Just do what y'all got to do. Love you too, Rosie Boo. Thank you. That's my sisterhood I'm building. Now everybody can't go. See, everybody can't stand in their shit and take accountability and say, I'm not okay. We might be in the same ocean, but then guess what? Y'all boat ain't floating in the way on my wave. And it's okay. It's no beef. Just take your perfect ass over there. Because all I need over here is understanding that I'm in an imperfect world. I'm in an imperfect place. I'm not a perfect person. I still make mistakes. I just learn from them and deal with life different and accordingly. Thank you, Sister Kimberly. Thank you, Keith. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you, Corey D. That's all I want people to know. Man, if life was perfect again, we'll be Jesus. I ain't never met the man. Heard stories, but never met him. Never met him. See, when I say I still make mistakes, judging, I'm taking my accountability. I told her. I was woman enough to tell her. I need these questions answered. I got shit to ask you front and back. Love you too, Alma sis. It's hard to say I'm not okay because I have to be okay. But you still can say you ain't okay. It's okay to say I'm not okay today. I have them days all the time. And I put it out there because somebody in this audience is going to put a story in there to say, damn, just when I thought I wasn't okay, I'm okay. But let me help my sister be okay because she's not okay. Put my feelings to the side because that's where they should be. Because somebody's in more need than I am. And I know, Olivia, you told us, and it's okay. And that's why I said, Kimberly, Olivia, hit me up so I can try to send you to somebody to help you feel a little bit okay. Now, I can't make you feel good, but I can help you a little bit. And I'm one of them, I go get some resources. Where are you at? What you need? Team, I need y'all. I ain't got to tell y'all what members I got a team. I need y'all. I need your help. Then y'all make sure y'all pull up on Shank Rock. Miss Parker, appreciate y'all wasn't okay. Struggle every day, but I got to keep going and I make mistakes all the time. I'm only me. And you my sister, Corey. But you gonna be okay. We'll figure it out together. We'll figure it out together. Don't never think you alone over here with me because you not. And that goes for each one of y'all. It's okay, Rosie. Whenever you ready. I always remember your time ain't my time. Because I put mine out there don't mean it's your time. When you ready. When you stronger and you ready. But you pray about when you ready. Pray on it. You ain't got to put it out here because you see other people sharing. Pray on it. Mm-hmm. Let me get out of here, y'all. Man, for real. I ain't even cut up and call nobody out their name. For real. Because I'm trying to work on me on a professional part for my sisters that come in here and they need us. Just take me serious. And I'm calling, saying 1,000 whores and all that, because that's just how I feel. My hoodie says enough. My hoodie speaks for itself today. I don't got to say nothing. I'm going to just start wearing my merch. That's all I need. Nothing more. My merch speaks for itself. And I'm out of here. So thank y'all. Thanks everybody that poured into me. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for everybody that, you know what I'm saying, that want justice for Kimani. We team Kimani. Am I gonna push her mother to get the justice that she needs? Absolutely. And I told Tiara I'm on the ride with her. I'm on that ride of getting Miami Street turned in Kimani's way. Yeah. That's what she said. She said that, not me. But when she was talking to me, she was inspired already. She was telling me shit. I was like, I'm on board. Count me in. Wasn't nothing about her. She wasn't, woe is me on the phone. She was everything Kimani. I got a foundation. I LLC. Let me see the paperwork on that. I LLC this. I'm on the phone with the real estate people trying to see where they tore down that house at. They said they're gonna work with me. I got a group of people saying they want to build a foundation right there, build a foundation in Kimani's name for me. I want a foundation where the kids that want to run away can go somewhere. Okay, I'm all aboard. Count me in, cause that's who I'm here for. I'm here for Kimani, Latigue. She wasn't on there about her. She was talking about her daughter. Count me in. What else you got? Count me in. What you need for that? Count me and my riders in. She didn't say shit about herself. It wasn't a woe is me, it's nothing. Everything was, okay, let me send this receipt to you that I got this. If y'all could start, whoever, because I said somebody started a petition. She said, well, can they tell me the purpose of the petition they want to start? And then she said, hey, can you ask your riders, can they sign a petition? If that woman do got a petition, can we just see if they will change the name of that street to Kimani's Way? Huh? What? Kimani's legacy will live on. Let's go, Kimberly, my sister, my rider. That's what we're talking about. That's what I like to hear, sister. That kind of conversation. Justice for these babies. Forever and always. Okay, riders? Yeah. Jordan, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Keena, I know. I know. I know. She got so many good ideas for this baby. She said what she couldn't give her as a mother while she lived. She said she ain't even doing it. She's doing it in her honor. She's honored that she was her mother. That so many people loved her daughter around the world. She's not just talking about my chat. She said around the world, so many people loved my daughter. More than the people that supposed to love the dead. Man, when I was broke down on that phone today, hearing how much her baby loved her in the background. And it was all about Kimani, nothing that was about her. She never said nothing about a foundation, money going to her, nothing. It's all going to the foundation that she wants built on that property. She wants a center up for them kids that want to run away, ain't got nowhere to go. They're already working on it. She's in the process of working on that. Sending me receipts while she's talking about it. I cried because look at Naziah Harris. Every time somebody want to do something for that baby, they shut that shit down. So, is this what she want to do for this baby? For justice? I'm on the ride. I'm on the train. Y'all appreciate y'all. I'm getting out of here. I'll see y'all later. Um, just to kick it and chop it up about some stuff, catch up on the live. But I appreciate y'all for real. But either y'all gonna be on the train with me and my riders, or y'all off of it, cause I'm trying to get justice. I know I'm trying to change some laws and shit. I want to be a part of that. If I ain't do nothing else all my life, right? This I am. This I am. Miami Street will be Kimani's way. Trust that. Riders, we on board or not? That's all I need for my riders. We on board or not? Because we team justice over here. Salute everybody.